Hi there, got another match analysis video. I recently had a small tournament run where I ended up playing against Shiraorii, who is a really good Mei player. If you follow rating update, they're in the top 40 last before the website stopped updating, if I recall correctly. And it went the distance, so I'd like to do another kind of match analysis, similar to the combo breaker one I did. I think this matchup is pretty difficult for Anji. Neutral in particular is very difficult, but stuff like that, the low there, is very good to get with spin. I'm also, as you see, more consistent with my instant overhead, the BRC overhead. But something we can step back and take a look at is that you can see I try to JD here. If you JD too high up, then you won't get the most optimal combo. But as you can see, I'm a little too close to the ground here, so I land before it comes out. Bit of a bummer, but I don't think it's that big an issue. It's just something to work on going forward. My 6P seems to be pretty good in neutral, but I do have some issues with them, as you'll see later. This is an 18-minute or so minute collection of matches. So it's really going to go the distance. I'm going to try my best to point out things I'm observing, like that good Ko there. It's strange that the second hit didn't connect, but it's just a little odd. Strange move, Ko. My pressure in general seems to be pretty good, except for stuff like that. Shiraorii was very on point with stopping pressure resets from something like an empty close slash or plus frames. S Dolphin stuff is another thing. I did a 5K there earlier, and for the most part, what I think Anji does best in regard to dealing with S Dolphin pressure is to 5K, 2S, or charge Fujin, depending on what's happening, depending on what you want to RPS with, rather. I'll talk about the implications of that later. But right here, 2S, if you're an Anji player and you're not using 2S, what are you doing? Thankfully, I was too far away to really get tagged by anything meaningful after being -9 from Rin. Let's go back to that 5K. Maybe just a few seconds here. I have a very stupid method for taking care of this stuff, for doing my commentary. So after Dolphin, 5K will beat Mei's 5K because they're both 8-frame buttons. It'll beat a Far Slash because Mei extends her hurt box, but it won't beat Jump. So what you want to do is try to 6P preferably. I don't think Ko will come out in time. Unfortunately, I was really inconsistent with that throughout the match. See, I tried to backdash and got tagged by her JH. Dolphin pressure, I probably should just try walking forward rather than trying to fight her in the air, to fight Mei in the air. Good pressure reset. I'm surprised Shiraorii didn't try to fight me as they are wont to do throughout this whole set. If you notice that dust into the jab, that's something we'll talk about later as well. Right here, I have such a big lead, I don't feel any problems with trying to pressure reset, even though Shiraorii asserted themselves in regard to fighting back against it. That's why Anji neutral is so difficult against Mei. You can't really fight your way into Dolphin with big pokes like 5S, CS, and 2S. Let's take a quick second to look at what's going on with my corner pressure. OTG pressure, rather. 2S into Butterfly. Typically, that will space Anji out enough to keep him safe from shallow reversals like Sol and Kai's, but bigger reversals like Leo's and Sin's DPs, as well as Bridget's, will catch Anji, so I'm kind of autopiloting at this point. That said, I believe it will keep Anji safe from Dolphin because 2S is so low to the ground. And you get to RPS afterwards. Do you want to go overhead? That BRC wasn't a flub. I was trying to go for throw that time. If you check the tapes, you'll see I hit the D button. I have meter here. There's something I observed that... Let's take just a quick step back. I like to BRC forwards after a wall break, after I get sent through a wall with a break. But I saw that May's 2K was out, so I blocked. And going forward, I actually recognize an opportunity when I reviewed these videos for something I'll point out later. So just stick a pin in this and we'll get back to it. Yeah, unfortunately, just deal with May neutral. It's not easy for Anji. That's, again, spin gets you a good close slash into 2H for really good pressure, really good combo, excuse me. 5H keeps Anji a little further back, so 2S really is optimal, but the opponent has to be crouching or CS has to be a counter hit for you to get it. I'm really puzzled why I didn't do something big there. At this point, I'm looking out for... I say that, but I did the 5K. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking there. The 5K follow-up to Ko. 2K at the beginning of the round, like you saw a second ago, I'm going to take a step back to it. That's Anji getting hit in the face. That's not 2K. So this 2K is a check for both Dolphin and May's 3K at round start. It'll get you a counter hit and nice corner carry, so I like to use this just to keep May players on their toes. I don't think Shiraorii bit once throughout the whole match, the whole set rather. We'll have to see though. 2S, I should have been using 6P after S Dolphin there. That's the biggest blunder throughout this whole set really, is that I wasn't proactive enough with trying to anti-air. But you see, spin in neutral is paying dividends, getting me good damage and corner carry. I kind of just wanted May off me, so spend a meter, why not? Looking out for any reversals, so I did butterfly from a pretty decent distance away. It's just May neutral. Anji, it's very difficult for him to fight back. See, that's what you have to look for with Anji, because May was using the crouching move there. Anji really does thrive on situations where you, the player, can recognize what's going on. See, I saw the crouch move there, get the 2H launch. It's not really necessary because of how low May's life was, but it's good to get in the practice of good habits. Do not round start Ko with Anji. That's a mistake. It's a big gamble that you shouldn't take. Sometimes it can be fun, but it's really not worth it. Just go for the second throw to mix up my approach pressure. I should have been doing Ko rather than an empty spin there. I'm not sure it was going through my head, and now I just eat shit. I'm surprised that Shiraorii didn't just hit me through the wall. Maybe just held the button down accidentally. Don't wake up Ko either. It's also a really bad idea. Maybe I flubbed a parry super input. I don't think that was a very good burst. May's combo had ended. I guess I just didn't want to get pressured. I guess if you do Fujin, charge Fujin after an S Dolphin, then you want to be careful about doing a follow-up after a hop, so that you don't get counter hit by May's big normals. The command grab, empty air dash command grab is kind of obvious, and I'm not happy that I got hit by it. It's something to look out for, though. I do think I make an adjustment later in this set. I'm surprised that throw worked. I'm surprised I didn't get meatied there. Fujin there, I'm not sure what I was going for, rather than over Ko. Good whip punish from Shiraorii. So I've got the meter here. I think this is the situation I talked about earlier. So what you can do, this is something that I believe happens later and not here, is if you have the meter and you see Mei just sticks her active 2k out, you can buffer in parry super and just go for the damage. I don't think that would have been the best decision here, because it probably would have, I don't know, maybe done about half of Mei's health compared to what she's got right now. So I think just going for an approach is the right option. I should have tried for something more burst safe, I think. I don't necessarily know now that I think about it, because I have more burst. And just go for chip, keep it safe. Mei's got 50 meter, watch out for that reversal. I don't feel any problem with going for Rin as a kind of pressure-ending RPS with no meter. Like, early on, you've got full health and a lot of burst, so why not use it? Keep your opponent guessing. Like that delayed Shin there. I don't even try and bait the burst. The resources on display are so different. I've got positive, I've got half a stick of butter, I've got full health, I've got burst. Don't even try to bait burst at this point. Just keep it simple. And yeah, just go for the C, go for the var slash there. I see a throw, backdash, beat it. I don't know what I was thinking with that round start 5H, but this is the problem with trying to go for spin too much with Anji, is characters with nice big pokes can snipe the recovery of it, and since it's 10 frames of counter hit recovery, that can lead to big dividends for the opponent if you're too reckless with it. So I think I was doing a good job at playing conservative. There, you saw that counter hit 5k after the S Dolphin. We'll take a step back. What was Mei trying to do there? Yep, see, my 5k beats a 5k after S Dolphin. So if you have like a decent 8-frame poke, or if you're blessed like Nago have the 7-frame good poke, just go for the counter hit and collect your damage. 2S there traded with, I want to say that was her 2S. That's a little not quite far back enough. We'll take another second or so. I'm bungling it here. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. 2S traded with her 2K. I guess the screen shake made me think it was something bigger from her. I felt comfortable bursting because with enough resource, I have like 1 bar. And I think that would have been enough, given Anji's health, to not worry about the burst. That taunt there was intentional. If you get hit by Butterfly in neutral, it'll probably taunt you. Sorry about that. Round start 5k to deal with something like Dolphin, like I said earlier. Go for pressure with Butterfly. I'm surprised my 2P didn't come out. It's a 5-frame button, and after normal dust on hit, you're even. So, you know, expect a trade if you try your 5-frame button. It's very dangerous to be above Mei like I was a minute ago, but coming down with that JS, because her JH can really shoot you out of the air. JH and JD are both good anti-air buttons if you're above Mei. So you need to look out for that. Don't try to stall too much with, like, JD. I believe this is where the reset happens, so I let the victory play out there. See, again, I'm hitting buttons after a hop, so that's something I need to work on. Something a bit unusual. There's a couple unusual things here that I noticed. After throw, I go for slightly charged Fujin. That's actually anti-Testament tech that's kind of making its way into other stuff. Testament can backdash out of butterfly pressure, so I like to use slightly charged fusion against them to get a meaty close slash or, RPS around it. And let's see here. See, get a meaty close slash. I don't know why I jumped there. I think trying to mix up offense, and because I saw Shiraorii like to jump, and I did manage to get a nice counter hit close slash, far slash, JS, excuse me. And Anji with Butterfly really does have the privilege of getting good anti-burst setups. And that JH I did after the air dash is safe from Mei's reversal. So I'm pretty sure that's the safest thing to do. I'm surprised Shiraorii didn't try to spend a little meter. Here I am, just trying to vary up pressure. That jump canceling is really paying dividends, and I don't really do it all that much, so I'm thinking I should just do more into incorporating it. Like, if you have a good... Everybody's close slash is jump cancelable, so if you're looking to vary up your offense, mix up your 2S versus jump versus dash cancel. I believe that would kill, so I didn't go for an optimized combo. I just went for something I knew would work. Go for 2H rather than the dash cancel Ko in that case. I guess I just didn't react with the 2S, but whatever. Burst happened either way, so it's not a big problem. Cheeky counter. See, instead of backdashing, I need to be doing 6P or Ko or something. However, I noticed here that Shiraorii kind of freaks out under butterfly pressure, so I got a lot of chances to use Ko just for chip. I need to be using 2S as a frame trap rather than getting mashed out of in regards to delaying close slash. You see, Shiraorii just likes to mash throughout this set, and normally they're not so eager to mash for fear of frame traps, I suppose. I think that's the first time I used Hop offensively in the whole set, maybe the only time. So I wasn't too surprised that Hop into throw worked, even though it's not the best strategy normally. Yeah, this is kind of the Mei show at this point. I really need to work on strategies for dealing with Dolphin when I'm in the corner. 2S works there after S Dolphin, so wary of reversal. I cannot believe that 2K got whiff punished. See, you get thrown out of the pressure reset. Shiraorii's just on point with those this match, and like I said, I need to introduce frame traps or shimmies as an adjustment, but I don't think I really did. I'm pretty surprised I won as a result. In general, I noticed I'm pretty vulnerable to run-up throws, so normally I don't recommend spinning beach ball that much, but I did get me the corner there. Sometimes you gotta spin projectiles, like depending on what you're up against. Why is her far slash so good at anti-airing? Wake up throw. You love the back throw incident. Just blow on my meter, and I believe I did that to keep things burst safe. And got mashed out. I'm just not adjusting in regards to Shiraorii fighting back against pressure resets. I am catching Shiraorii with some good burst safe stuff with Butterfly there, and I tried to go for throw there. That was just a bad input, I suppose. That was kind of a sloppy Fujin, but it got me out of the corner. In general, I feel bad about getting put in the corner. I'm never quite sure how to escape. Good punish on the overhead there. That's May round start for you. 8 seconds in, I'm in the corner and getting burst safe. I don't know if that beats command grab. Just throwing on wake up. I'll have to give some thought to that later. Try experimenting a bit. I don't know if there's like a timing that Shiraorii missed to be good about it or what. Just mash counter super, get me out of there. And now I'm wary of reversals again. But I'm not wary of a wake up 3k, so I die. I need to be careful of May pushing me to the corner so early. But I am using Fujin quite well as a whiff punish. I'm kind of just... Sometimes when I'm not quite sure what's going on, I just use Fujin and hop around, and it's a weakness of mine, not keeping my cool in the heat of the moment under pressure. I'm not sure why I did jump JP there. Hang on a second. That's something that needs to be looked at. It's one of the problems with playing Anji. You need to be observant about what's going on. I think what happened here is the recovery was such. After spinning, the opponent gets a little time to recover, and if they're out of crouch state, which I believe, yep, she's starting to stand, so even though my close slash punishes, I don't get the 2H confirm. I think, given this proximity to the corner, it would have been fine to go for 5H, but I think in a more mid-screen situation, it's a 2H as a block string isn't a bad thing. I guess the problem is you can't really confirm whether you've got 2H into Ko when this kind of thing happens. So it's a bit of a sticking point for the character rather than a flaw on my end. It's not something you can really see happening. I only had there was only like one single frame where May was standing up. So what can you do? More neutral. Even though Shin does a good job in neutral, you have to be careful of using it because May has such good jump buttons. Run-up throw is a really obnoxious option to use after Nagiha because it's on you to kind of present that you want to mash to beat them. I actually felt kind of happy about that. It's rare to see double KOs, but we both had full resources, so I was looking forward to how the match wouldn't drag out very much. And right now, I just have May in the corner, and I'm doing Butterfly, I'm doing Ko, I'm getting chip damage, I'm building risk, so I'm just feeling groovy about this. Too far away to get the 3k confirm. It's a little difficult to just see that and whiff punish it. That's not the best combo that I could have done. I think... Let me step back here. I'm honestly surprised that even hit. I don't know what Shiraorii was trying to do there. 3k? I mean, if you insist. So what you want to do right here is you could probably get close slash into 5H, maybe even 2H. Yeah, she's crouching, so I could get a 2H. So you get that, you get more corner carry, and you get more damage. I just wanted the butterfly pressure at this point. Good whiff punish. The JP there was just something to try for varying up my approach. And again, Shiraorii just being so good at recognizing a mash situation. I don't know how. I'm almost certain. Yeah, you can see on my display up here on the upper left that I was hitting P. I don't know. It should have traded. Just bad timing on my part, I guess. I was pretty nervous here, so I just ended up going for something nice and safe, the 5P anti-air, to close out the set. So what I learned is that in general, it's good to be brave with Rin, even if you don't have meter. The earlier in the match, the better, I suppose, because if you have if you go for Rin at the end of the match when you don't have meter, it's going to be more likely that you lose for it. And I really need to work on follow-ups to S Dolphin pressure. I was doing the right first half, but when Mei was jumping, I didn't have a good response. So that's something else I need to look out for. And use more jump canceling, vary up what I'm doing off of close slash pressure. In general, if you have a good low 2S after your close slash, you want to use that or vary up a dash cancel or a jump cancel or maybe a pressure reset. And I wasn't doing that enough. So that's something I need to be harsh on myself about doing in the future. Okay, I think that about covers the whole match for me. If you liked this, if you play Anji and found it helpful, you're welcome to leave a comment or anything like that. Play Guilty Gear. Let's have some matches together. Let's have a good time. Take care.